Today we're exploring Chinese history by taking a walk at the old city in Dongguan, where I've been living for the last 17 years. Dongguan is a second-tier industrial city in southern China, often referred to as the factory of the world. Today, the city is home to 10 million people, from which only 2 million are truly locals, coming from different parts of the city that used to be small villages. But the most truly authentic Dongguan spot is the old city in Guancheng district, and this is what I'm going to show you today.
Here is the pig.
Donald Duck. Should I try with this? Take it off with a string. 60 is really old. Yeah, it's still here, taking photos. Before we start, give this video a like. It will really help us grow. And if you're new here, click the subscribe and follow us to get notified when we have new content. Luckily for me, I have Tracy Lu here. She's local. She does tours in the city, in the old city, and explain the history to foreigners in English. But we are starting right here with this very Chinese looking gate. Oh, it looks a bit like Beijing style, like Tiananmen, right?
Yes.
This is the West Gate.
Yes, this one is not original. It was built in 1958, but the original one, no one knows how it looked.
So the gate was here for 600 years.
The first one, yes, in this location.
You say that actually the city was in that direction?
Yes, that was the old city.
And this was outside where people did more business?
Yes.
Dongguan oversees Chinese hotel. What's so special about it? Was it the first hotel in Dongguan or?
No, it was not the first one. This overseas Chinese hotel was the only place where non-China citizens can stay on.
Right.
At that time, actually Dongguan people, a lot of relatives from Hong Kong, and because they made so much money in the 60s and 70s, so in the beginning of 90s, they built this giant hotel, you know, so big. It was almost the first one that built such a big hotel at that time. This street is called Zhenghua Road. Before 1930s, in Dongguan, there was no road. It's all street. The mayor said, okay, the business is good here. Let's do something like Guangzhou. You see this Qirong, Guangzhou and Foshan, they all have this kind of building. Downstairs are shops, and the second and third floor living or storage house. West and China combined, something like that. We were here.
The gates. This was the city.
Yes, this was the old city, and this was outside the city.
And this is the CBD, like you said.
The CBD. And this, you see, the Dongguan River is close, so close, right? So people can transport the goods easily.
Yeah, very small.
So this is the People's Park. From People's Park to Dongmen Square, and to the old government.
Yeah.
The old government. Yeah, from the old government. The old government is here, just a little bit covered the old government. So if you walk in this kind of street, you can feel it's a lot cooler, right? A lot cooler than other places.
Because the sun doesn't go in.
This door is a very traditional door. It has 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. This is very Lingnan style. This short door is to protect your privacy, okay? So no one can peek in. Right now you can peek in because the ground was raised. But before it was much lower, so no one can peek in. Okay. You see, and then this one is no one can go in, right?
Right. But the wind.
Yeah, the wind. Yeah, keep the air.
The breeze.
Yes. This guy studied this kind of characters.
This guy studied these characters. This is the traditional.
From 7,000 years ago.
7,000 years ago, he studied this character, so he can read it. Could read it. And he lived here.
Second one.
It's this one that's usually is open, but today, maybe because of the pandemic, it's closed. It's here too. It's Guancheng. Yeah. It's just not the. This is not the original Tang Dynasty.
Yeah.
This is not that.
Yeah, this is starting in Ming Dynasty.
Dynasty, this area. Dongguan snacks?
Dongguan snacks. Especially close to Chinese New Year, people would like to buy this stuff. This is all very traditional.
Sweet and
This one tastes good too.
Yeah.
Like this one, Yao Gao. It's like dumpling, but it's sweet.
So they make it here and they sell it.
Here.
Is it like Beijing in the hutongs? They still have public toilets and public showers even because some of them don't have running water.
No, now everybody have running water.
Everybody have.
Yeah.
Still have public toilets.
Because right now you cannot use the well. The well is polluted. From this part onward, this way, you can see some nicer. You see these ones are much more beautiful than the one we just entered, right? The windows are old. In the 90s, they did the painting under the small roof. There used to be the name of the shop. But they do the painting, so they cover all the names. So right now has no trace of history. So some people think it's bad for them. It was made in autumn, in very dry season. You have the sausage, you have the duck, you can do fish, you can do pork, right?
What is it?
This is duck, the mouth of the
mouth of the duck. The beak.
Yeah, beak.
People chew on this?
I think they use it to put just the flavor, Yeah, it's the pig.
Donald Duck.
I know a lot of my foreign friends before they go back to their hometown.
They come here.
Yeah.
Why? So this is a good place for Dongguan people, Dongguan expats to buy stuff, take back home. So what's the deal with this shop?
This shop is just really old.
Really old? Like what?
Really
How old?
60s.
60s. So 60s is really old. They're still here.
They're still here.
Taking photos.
Yeah, taking photos. But they shrink before they used to have this shop too.
They were used to be bigger.
Now it's only this part. Yeah.
So it's the same family, you think, running it?
I think so. Yes. This on is Daxi Road. That part is Zhenghua Road. In the 50s and 60s, all the private business were, how do you call it? Were merged with the government.
Yes.
The state-owned business.
Yes.
So you can see this architecture style. It's sort of Western, right?
So people live there?
This one probably not. They just use the downstairs shop. This shop, it used to be a restaurant. It's called Guancheng restaurant. This was a very famous state-owned restaurant. And this street was a very busy street, like 70, 80 years ago, even 50 years
You know how people say, Dongguan people are rich, but not everybody's rich, right?
Yeah, no.
Not everybody's rich, like there.
Yes, before it was like that.
Actually, it's nicer.
This one, you can see history. You can still read the name or the trademark of this shop used. You see one shop is very narrow, but it goes really deep inside.
I think it's really interesting to take a tour here for someone, especially for someone that's been living in Dongguan, where you can go around with them. What, 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours.
And you explain some things, and now they understand better.
Yeah.
Next time they have relatives visiting them here, they can take them around and tell them.
They can take that here. This one, you know what is this for? This is for Kaidan. During the past year, if your village has someone that deliver a boy, then during Chinese New Year, they will have banquets, and the village need to put this lamp, special lamp, in their the ancestral hall.
This looks like a lot of work.
This is all handmade.
It's handmade.
Yeah.
It's like a lantern.
Yeah, a lantern.
But a special one.
Yeah, it's a lantern. He's Uncle Yo. Every time I do a tour, I take the people come here. Yeah, write the couplets.
How old is he?
80 something, I think. And in the old times, not many people can write, right? Write anything they need to write. They will do this for other people and take money, right? So his father was doing that. Character style is very unique. You cannot find in computer. You cannot find in other printing.
He has a special font.
Yes, a special font.
So couplets is the traditional Chinese New Year, you could say, decoration being put up around the doors.
So in that street, you buy a lot of things that for the dead people. And this street, you buy a lot of things for wedding.
For weddings.
So there's death and life in here. So two streets. She's the lady that does the...
For ladies, she does facial hair removal.
Yeah, hair removal.
With a string, the old style, the old way. Should I try with this? Take it off with a string. Zhongshan Road. Yeah, Sanyatsan, Zhongshan, right?
They say in China, basically each city must have one street. It's named after Zhongshan, Sun Zhongshan. This is the wealth god.
The wealth guy.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing during Chinese New Year, right? Asking for wealth.
Yeah.
Right?
Zhongshan restaurant. Yeah. See the this is the old side.
This is the famous one. This is the same restaurant.
Yeah, it's the same.
Ah.
They rebranded it to a new name, 邻舍好, but it was originally started in 1985. The private business just allowed to open, just started to open.
So crispy goose is very local dish.
Yeah. And this road, this street, it used to be a river.
This
They
is
cover it. There's still water running downstairs, down.
this used to be a river.
Yeah.
All right, so this was our tour for today in the old city Guancheng, which is the oldest part of Dongguan, and where people lived since the Tang Dynasty, about 1300 years. It is a very interesting walk, and I recommend anyone, if you live in Dongguan or if you just come for a visit, you can always take the tour with Tracy. Tracy, thank you for taking me around. It was really interesting. And next time we go to another place of Dongguan and you can show me around, okay? I will leave Tracy's details down below. So until next time, see you.